Hi. So just to continue from the previous video where I had left off speaking about where that it seemed like my guidance from the angelic realm and spiritual realm was definitely coming from interactions online. You had to find ways for things to pop up at me. And one thing that was really coming strongly that was making its way to me was in late November 2020 to early December 2020, the twin flames, things about twin flames. And at first I was like, why does this sound familiar to me? And then I had remembered what my karmic friend that I had mentioned in my very first video had told me way back in 2015. And I started to read up on some things and I'm like, okay, so this makes sense. And then eventually, because it's a hard thing to go through. A lot of things, the twin flame journey, the spiritual awakening, all these things happening at one time, the ego death, like what we had all thought we known in the 3D, careers, friendships, relationships, relationships with family, like all types of relationships, really. And so then I eventually got led to an incredible woman named Casey Goldstalker-Guinea. And she is based in Canada. She has a beautiful spiritual business named Tranquility Wellness and Yoga. And I was led to her in December of 2020. And it was like so weird, like how back then I did have an active Facebook. So something had popped up from there, that one of her offerings of a twin flame angel restorative yoga healing. And I have never did a yoga session before in my life. And I was kind of like, what? But then it just like kept presenting itself to me. And what ended up happening was then it was like literally just seconds before the class was to begin. And it felt like I was getting that spiritual push, like, just do it. And I had, decided to join in. And it was there was a lot of emotions happening, and it was just a beautiful experience. And what ended up happening about an hour literally after this yoga session, I started seeing angel numbers left and right, and I had no control of it, just started happening. And then it was like a few hours later, I was again sitting on this couch, and all of a sudden, I'm like just minding my own business. I think I was maybe watching something like that was streaming online or whatnot, but all of a sudden it was like something just like grabs me and just yanks me. And all of a sudden I'm like, my head's getting filled with downloads, and I felt all the pressure going into my crown chakra and just in the head. That proceeded to happen for about, I don't know, like under an hour. I lost track of time. I just know it was about an hour, under an hour. And then that really started things regarding what was to come for me. So I think this is a good time for me to stop with my journey right now, because I just wanted to make sure I had finished what I was doing on that first video, that first part. So I'll start talking more and more about that more, but I figure just to like give a little, put that out there in the universe to those who are going through their dark night of the soul and just awakening to so many things. Like, you are not alone. It definitely feels like it's the end of the world that's going on, but trust me, it's not. It's really only the beginning. And that's why it's the awakening. Like, it's the first process of everything. You're just seeing the things crumble, but it's not. It's just those tower moments that are destroying everything that we thought we knew to make way for what's to come and to really benefit us for our highest self and our highest timeline. So with that said, I send everyone who's watched these videos so much love, and just thank you for your time that you've given me today, and just sending you nothing but well wishes and love. Thank you so kindly.